Issues with Jess Lujan.
Senator Aline Yamashita is my in-studio guest tonight. Bill 215-32, medicinal use of marijuana, is our topic tonight as a co-sponsor. What have you learned from, again, I'm sure you've got, of course, the committee reports from the resolution, of course. I don't know if the committee report's already out in regards to the first public hearing, but what have you learned so far, and how do you move forward?
Well, I've learned that there are very many people who have very many opinions. I've learned that there are some stakeholders who wanted to do this a whole different way. They wanted to actually produce the measure and then move forward rather than us going through the legislative process and evolving this whole thing. I've learned that across the nation there are people very interested in watching closely what we're doing. I've learned that things can get very muddy, and you just helped me remember that unless you invest the resources, it isn't going to happen. And that's just policy. That's the way policy works. So I appreciate you raising and making that point as well as you did. But I go back to why I sponsored this, and I sponsored it because, again, when we already know that we're at the end, and when we're in so much pain, and we have family watching us, and they would give anything to give us the courage to die with dignity. I want us to be able to say that on our island, you can do that here. I don't want anyone to have to be in Washington, or in Oregon, or in New York, or in Hawaii. I want them to be able to be on their island and live the rest of their life, their short life, the way they choose to. And that's why I'm doing this. Definitely we have lots of things to iron out. Between the federal and the local. I think A.G. Rapadas made a really good point about the banking and not being able to, I think those are real serious issues that need to be addressed. I think we need to study even more how the 21 states already address it and just balance it all out.
Oh, and likewise, even importation. I mean, there's probably only certain types of